So Kyrie Irving,
Oh,
staying on
same
the.
subject. Same thing. We that tweet was I don't like what Charles Barkley said. That was he should have
I
not
didn't
have
like what
weighed
him
in.
or Shaq said. I didn't like what either of them
Well,
said yesterday.
I don't I'm not I didn't like it for myself. They can have an opinion and they're welcome to it. And I'm not saying that that's the only what I say. Maybe it's a combination of everything. But first of all, why I didn't like it, not because I haven't seen the film.
Mm-hmm.
If what's in the film, denial of Holocaust in the film, then the film, no matter what's in the other 3 hours, they should be denounced. If it says there's no Holocaust, and if it says the things that they're, but it seems to me that in the film, well, I don't know. I've heard that those things don't exist in the film, but I got to watch it before I comment on it.
Same
But I
here.
would
Same
say,
here.
here's what I say. Here's what I say. The same thing. This tweet was sitting around with no discussion. I never heard of the film until after this
Until the
debate.
media blew it up.
The media blew up something because it was pointed out by people who watch groups and concerned with hate. If you are a watch group and not concerned with just funding and not just concerned with public accolades, then you would immediately go to Kyrie and explain what the sensitivities are around the film. That way, none of us would have ever discussed it, and it wouldn't be passed around the black community as a reason to fight with Kyrie and his millions of fans, because it looks like he was bullied. And if that's the case, then all of his fans are upset. And we don't want that. We don't want them to be anti-Semitic. Kyrie is definitely not in any way, from what I can
At
tell, an
all.
anti-Semite. Right. He loves religion. All religions are one in his mind, kind of like the yogic philosophy. So I like reading about his belief system because it's about love and about collaboration of religion for one common good, for the
Right.
upliftment of humanity. So knowing that about Kyrie and then seeing him demonized when all they had to do was go to him personally and say, here's why we're sensitive, because we're threatened. And I think that was the choice that we could have made. This is why I didn't like what they said, because I don't think they know the background. Their first thing was, let's educate our brother, not denounce him and demonize him, and then threaten his fans because they feel a certain way. When you tell Will Smith he's an anti-Semite, millions of people get up in arms. When you tell W.E.B. Du Bois, all the way up to Tamika Mallory, that they're anti-Semites, and we know that nothing is further from the truth on Tamika Mallory, is our most recent hero in civil rights. When you
Right.
call Reverend Sharpton and Reverend Jackson an anti-Semite, and call me, who I spent my whole life fighting anti-Semitism, an anti-Semite, simply because I used the word Holocaust at the time when speaking about animals. 200 billion animals made to be born into suffering to destroy the planet and poison us is, I thought, a Holocaust. But when I was told about
I
the
would think the same
sensitivities,
thing too, huh?
but the sensitivities around the word came up, and I was like, my point is not about that. I don't give a fuck. I immediately said, if you don't want me to use the word Holocaust and you're going to get all up in arms and make a public fight over it, I want to fix it quickly. So I was
Right.
quick to apologize. But that's just me. If I was Simone, my little animal rights friend for 40 years, she would have went crazy, and there would have been a fight, and we don't want that. Not over that. What we want is to stop the suffering of the animals and stop the poisoning of our people and the destruction of our planet. We don't care about the word. We care about fixing it. And this is the same with Kyrie. All we need to do is talk, and dialogue is key and king. So I'm very disappointed in the way they handled, because I was the chairman at one time of an organization that handled these things. It was handled poorly. And then the NBA and everybody getting involved, it's just bullshit. And so, I'm praying that they can fix that, and Kyrie can come out with as many sponsorships and growth opportunities and friendships and growth as possible, as much of that as possible. And even that he could spread his ideas of multi-religion love to all of his followers, right? That's it. So what else? Kyrie and Kanye to the side. It's the millions of fans and the millions
Right.
of people and the 25, almost 30 years of work that I did unraveling that upsets me. It's the 25 years of bringing people together and then watching them fight publicly and online that I worry about. Of course, there's a summit that should be held about Black empowerment and Jewish partnerships and the future of Black-Jewish relations and the political and social agenda that we can share. That's something that we should talk about because we are under attack. And white supremacy is sitting around laughing while we fight.
True that.